Topic for today's discussion is early problems of Pakistan. Pakistan came into existence on 14th August 1947. Soon after its establishment, Pakistan faced number of problems. Most of the problems of Pakistan were related with Pakistan's dispute with India, such as Canal water dispute, rehabilitation of refugees, etc. In fact, most of the problems were deliberately created by India itself so that Pakistan would not maintain its independent status as soon merged with India. In today's discussion, we will cover following points. Number 1, administrative problems. Number 2, rehabilitation of refugees. Number 3, division of assets and canal water dispute. Administrative problems. Pakistan had to face many administrative problems in her early days. Most of the government functionaries and senior officers serving in the army were Hindus, who migrated to India after the partition was announced. They had to be replaced with raw-hand and inexperienced functionaries. British officers were employed due to non-availability of the Muslim army officers. Most of the officers, including the army chiefs, were Englishmen, and same was the case with high executive officers and senior bureaucracy like governors, chief secretary, etc. Enormous problems were created by the non-Pakistani officers. For example, Quaid-e-Azam ordered the Commander-in-Chief, General Frank Survey, to deploy Pakistan Army in Kashmir, but he declined to obey the orders. Other administrative problems include shortage of items of furniture, stationery and typewriters, shortage of buildings. Most of the offices started their function in military barracks and tents. The city of Karachi was designated as the capital of newborn state of Pakistan. The Hindu functionaries spoiled the office record before leaving Pakistan. Extremists spoiled the office record when it was being transferred to Pakistan from India. India refused to rent out its aeroplanes for airlifting the officials who had opted for Pakistan. British planes had to be hired for airlifting the records and the personals. Rehabilitation of refugees. According to the reliable estimate, 5.5 million people migrated from Pakistan to India and 6.5 million from India to Pakistan in 1947. In this way, the already feeble economy of Pakistan was made to bear the burden of 1 million more people. Rehabilitation of refugees and provision of the basic needs for them was an enormous problem. The Quaid-e-Azam established a refugee relief fund. In this way, the problem was soon overcome through the personal efforts of the father of nation and due to the sense of sacrifice exhibited by the people of Pakistan. Division of financial assets. At the time of division, there was a cash balance of 4 billion rupees in the Reserve Bank of India, which was to be divided between India and Pakistan in the ratio of 17 to India and 5 to Pakistan. Pakistan was to receive 750 million rupees, which was initially delayed by the Indian government. After the protest of Pakistan, India agreed to pay 200 million rupees. As the war between India and Pakistan had started on the issue of Kashmir, India again stopped the rest of the amount. The remaining 50 million rupees are not paid. The money was Pakistan's rightful share. India deliberately withheld it because they hoped that Pakistan would become bankrupt. Division of military assets. It was announced on July 1st, 1947 that Indian Army would also be divided in the ratio of 65 to 35 in Indian favor. It was with reference of communal balance present in the British Indian Army. Pakistan received was nothing but scrap and out-of-order machinery, broken weapon, unserviceable artillery and aircrafts. There were 16 ordnance factories and all were located in India. Pakistan was given 60 million rupees towards its share in the ordnance factories. Pakistan did not receive the due share of the military assets till now. This dishonesty put Pakistan into great difficulty. Division of the military assets began when the process of partition started. Liaquat Ali Khan demanded that a transparent formula for the division of the armed forces and their assets should be devised. Defense Minister Sardar Baldev Singh and the Commander-in-Chief ignored his demand. However, in July 1947, it was decided that the armed forces will be divided into two parts. A committee under the chairmanship of Field Marshal Auchinleck was formed to implement the scheme. The Indian government did everything to flout the Achenlik Committee's efforts for a just division of assets. Disappointed at the Indian government's uncompromising attitude, the Field Marshal decided to wind up his task 4 months ahead of time, sending a report to the British government on September 28, 1947. Achenlik wrote, I have no hesitation whatever in affirming that the present Indian cabinet are implacably determined to do all in their power to prevent the establishment of the dominion of Pakistan on the firm basis. Departure of the committee gave India a free hand to fulfill its designs. The Indian government gave Pakistan only a small part of her share in military assets. Canal water dispute. The boundary of India and Pakistan in way that it cut across the rivers and canals, making India the upper beneficiary and Pakistan the lower beneficiary. Most of the rivers flowing in Pakistan have their origin in India. The Sutlej, Ravi, Beas and many other headworks were given to India when the part of Kashmir was occupied by India and the upper parts of the two more Pakistani rivers Chenab and Jhelum were taken over by India. In 1948, India stopped water supply to Pakistani canals to damage the Pakistani agriculture. However, on 9 September 1960, agreement known as Indus Water Treaty was signed between both the countries.